This show is sponsored by the Trendy Forbes graphic apparel and more. The Trendy Forbes sells graphic t-shirts, tumblers, and infant apparel. They're a family-operated small business located in Palm Coast, Florida. They ship worldwide. Follow the Trendy Forbes on Facebook and ask how you can host your very own t-shirt party. By hosting your own party, you have the opportunity to earn free gifts. They have designs for everyone. I can personally attest to the quality of the shirts as they are super cozy, and Jen is more than happy to work with you on new designs. And be sure to check out thetrendyforbes.com. The website is being updated weekly. When you need some new shirts or a gift for a loved one, think the Trendy Forbes.
Step into the chaos where nonsense meets thought. Corey's the boss with plans well wrought. Justin's got that don't give a fuck flair. Aaron's holding it down without his teddy bear. Welcome to the NDT, where nonsense reigns and thoughts run free. Corey's got the helm, Justin's wild and free. Aaron's keeping it cool without on his knee. Nonsense, deep thoughts, it's all in the mix. We dive into the weird with our quirky tricks. Corey's laying down the law like a rock star boss. Justin's rocking up late with no time lost. Aaron's got the level head holding the fort. Corey's on a mission, never falling short. Justin's waltzing in like a late night show. Nonsense and deep thoughts, get ready, let's go. Welcome to the NDT, where nonsense reigns and thoughts run free. Corey's got the helm, Justin's wild and free. Aaron's keeping it cool without on his knee. So tune in, join us every single week for the tales of the absurd and wisdom we seek. Corey's the boss, Justin's never on time. Aaron's our hero in this crazy rhyme. Welcome to the NDT.
All right, y'all, it's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts podcast.
What is up? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the NDT podcast. Gentlemen, what is up tonight?
Not much. How are you doing?
A lot of stuff going on right here.
Fantastic.
I apologize now
He
for not
doesn't
paying
mean-
attention.
He doesn't mean with me. He's not pointing at me.
It's a
He's
big
pointing at
game
another
on.
screen.
That's how you know I love you guys and everybody watching because my team is on.
Oh, well, who's that?
Multitasking.
Who's that? What's your team?
The Bills, baby.
What are we at right now? What are we looking at?
Tie 7-7.
That's not bad. You nervous?
Josh Allen just heaved a ball halfway down the field and no one was standing there.
For no reason. He was trying to find the safety?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm sorry.
Well, right. It's all right.
He was not trying to find the safety, sir.
Sorry.
Wide receiver. Safeties on defense, that'd be an interception. That would be very bad.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Allegedly.
Does he know?
Well, Jared told me it was a Phillies game.
Yeah. He doesn't really like
How's-
sports all that much.
That was on earlier. I don't know who won.
The Eagles beat the Rams.
Okay.
Next week will be the Eagles Commanders NFC Championship game.
You know who didn't win? The Giants. They didn't win anything.
What if the Giants are upset about not signing Saquon Barkley right about now? Because that dude is the beast of the East.
You mean when they paid Daniel Jones and not Saquon? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good move. That's
It's fantastic for the Eagles. But anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. I'm done. I'll try to focus.
Yeah. Are you safe from the TikTok ban? Are you good? Everybody got their
I
wits
was-
about them?
Dude, you know what?
It's
It's so
less than
upsetting about
24
that.
hours.
It was very
Yeah, I didn't
short.
know.
Why can't they shut down all these other websites that are fucked up and don't need to be anywhere near the internet, but they could shut down an app? Now, granted, I know there's some shit on there that shouldn't be on there, but a lot of this stuff is funny. Like I watched cooking videos. I know it's going to sound like I'm weird right now, but I get a lot of recipes off TikTok. There's some vocal people that I like to watch that sing, and then all this other crap that other people are watching. That's the reason they banned this stuff. So
I don't know. I don't know what it really had to do with. They were, it's Chinese spies. I
Well,
don't know what's happening.
So in a nutshell, just to kind of explain a little bit about it, all Chinese companies have to report all, not some, all of their data to the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. So for the US to tell them that they should sell it to an American company so that way they don't have to report their data. Now, TikTok or ByteDance doesn't want to sell it because their algorithm is perfected, right? They don't want to sell that algorithm, but we don't want them to report our data to the CCP. It's, in a nutshell, a fucking mess.
Yeah. And I think the threat of the banning was more of a power play than anything.
they did it.
More of them saying, we can do this, so let's figure this out.
Mhm.
I think that's basically what it boils down to. We can shut it off if we want to, so let's figure it out. Which, like you said, Aaron, it is a little bit scary because they can do that with anything. But why aren't they shutting down the things that should be shut down?
Yeah, they won't ban the stuff that should be banned. And as I said, some of the content on there is not appropriate, but there's a lot of people make a good living on TikTok. Some of the people do some
Yeah.
really good things, like feeding the homeless and all this other stuff, getting exposure for people. So I get it, but I'm sorry, I don't like how they were able to just shut this down, but they can't
Yeah.
shut down little kiddie porn sites and also the crap that's out there. Ban
Yeah,
that shit.
Exactly. And I mean, there's definitely a lot of content creators out there that are literally making a living off of this. They just so happen to blow up. They created an entire business model around what they're doing on there. And yeah, it kind of sucks. But we'll see what happens with it in the future. In other news, I mean, California was burning down. But did you see something about how it's like not so much in the forests, it's all the houses?
Yeah.
I just read something about that yesterday. I forget what it was. And I always find it strange when something like that is happening. How is a forest fire spreading through communities and not the forest?
Well, that's why it's not a forest fire. It's a wildfire.
It's a wildfire. It's a wildfire.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, definitely arson of some sort. I don't know what's going on. They haven't really released any new information about that, have they?
They said
we
they
talked
found
about it
a
last.
suspect who started the first one, but they haven't released anything else.
Crazy.
It's an active investigation.
Crazy. Anything else wild happened this week in the news that I don't know about because I haven't paid attention to much this week?
Snowing out.
This week in our area, it's going to be bad. I don't know about you down there, Jared, but up here, it's going to be rough.
We
the
got
next couple of days.
a good few inches. I think it started, but it's going to get cold.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's going to be here. Ice
probably in
cold.
the teens. Yeah.
We're going to, I think overnight on Tuesday night, it said it's going to be like -7. With the wind chill, it's going to feel like -20. So we're going to huddle up in my house and just try our best to stay warm. That's going to be a rough one.
I'm gonna start a fire in
people-
my foyer.
You're going to start a fire where?
In my foyer.
In your foyer? Okay.
I don't have a fireplace in my foyer, but I'm going to start one.
Insane.
Keep the house warm.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the cold. I'm already done with winter. This winter's already grabbed a hold of me, something fierce. Like I'm done. I'm done with everything. I gotta lift my spirits somehow, and this cold is not gonna help. So we'll try to get through this week and start warming things up. At least there's more daylight now.
Yeah, it's starting. We get 2 minutes a day now until March 9th, and we switch over.
It's beautiful. I went to walk the dog at 5:15 the other night. Bright out. I was like, this is beautiful. Let's go.
Yep.
Nice.
It's only
Yeah.
64 days of winter left or something like that, so it's not too bad. We're almost
Right.
there. We're more than halfway through.
Al, I agree with that. All right, so I have got a couple questions for us. There's one that I think is really interesting that I was going to start with. I think Justin and I have talked about this once before, way back when we started this. What's your most vivid dream or nightmare? You ever had nightmares? Like a legit nightmare where you wake up scared, sweating.
Yeah, but this, oh God, I don't even want, I guess I have to go down this rabbit hole now. But
Yes, please.
when I was a kid, so we had this old camper in my front yard. My brothers and I used to sleep in it. So the one night there was something wrong with the ground in it. My dad turned the electric on, and I got outside. I got this wicked shock. I was afraid to go back in the camper. He killed the electricity, whatever else. He says it's fine. He gave us lanterns and candles to sleep in there. It's fine. So I went to sleep on the top bunk that was like one of those overhang campers that goes over the bed of the
Right.
truck. So I was in that bunk. And it was so weird because this was just as the Super Mario World was coming out on Nintendo. And I had a dream that I was getting shot at by these big, massive cannons inside this camper. It was just a weird dream. But then I ran out, and there was like these army guys that were just going to kill me. And I woke up. It was the weirdest thing in the world. And it scared the shit out of me. I wouldn't play that game for weeks.
Oh, the big bullet that
Yeah,
with the face on it.
I was gonna
will
say,
I've had a dream with that character from Mario. It's crazy.
Really?
Holy
Yeah.
That's awesome.
we're connected. I wouldn't play that game for months. I would not even look at it.
Do you think it was because of that game that you had it?
Oh yeah,
Like,
because I
Did
just
they
started
legitimately have the angry faces on them and everything as
Yeah,
they were getting shot at
all
you?
nine. Yep.
No, that's crazy.
Yep.
I've had two nightmares that were recurring in my life. One was when I was a kid, and one's been like my entire life. But the one when I was a kid was because of a video game as well.
Really?
I played Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, and the final boss in that is a skeleton dragon. It's like a skeletal dragon.
Mhm.
And I had a dream that I was fighting this skeletal dragon and it was killing me. And my mom grabbed me. I was still asleep on top of my bed, like freaking out, throwing my arms around like I was actually fighting it.
I played too many video games.
Video games are cool. Video games are cool. I like them. It's great. It's great. But the other one that I have now, I haven't had it in a little bit, but when I have this one, it's really weird. And I say it's a nightmare because I don't really understand it. It's like you're looking at a movie screen or a computer screen, and that's all it is, right? So it's completely black, and you got this little pinhole of white light, and you have a high-pitched noise. And then all of a sudden, this light grows and grows. It's a circle. It grows and grows and grows. And as that grows, the volume of this really high-pitched sound grows with it until the entire screen, my entire field of view is white, and I snap awake. Wake up with my heart racing from this. Is that like me being born?
Maybe
Nothingness, seeing
Mitch coming into the
light.
world.
It's quite possible. So Mandy says, as a kid, she used to sleepwalk. One night, she had a dream vampires were chasing her and started running down her driveway. And her mom heard the door and came out and got her.
They had to
They had
get
to get
special
special
locks.
ones.
I
Try to
did
put
that
locks
for
way on
Eli.
top.
Yeah, put him up high. We did that with Eli at our last house. He still, until he was 12 or 13, he would sleepwalk. I haven't had him do it recently, but he was bad with it, man. He would sleepwalk all the time. And that's creepy. My sister almost ran down the staircase once she got up and jumped out of her bed and started running. Luckily, both parents were in the bathroom at the time getting ready for bed. I don't remember if it was my mom or dad reached out and grabbed her by her collar before she went down the steps.
Have you guys ever had a dream that you're like falling and you wake up just before you hit the ground?
You
Yeah.
jump awake. There's
'Cause
a
I've-
word for that. There's a term for that, isn't there?
I don't know what it's called, but I've had that a couple times too.
Yeah.
Your conscience, like, I don't know. Like, you know it's a dream, so you wake yourself up.
Yeah, it's like
Like
I
a vivid, like
fall-
it's a vivid
feel like
dream.
I'm falling, and then I just wake up right before I hit the ground. It's so weird.
You ever do that? Speaking of vivid dreams, you ever have vivid dreams where you can actually you realize you're dreaming and you can control it?
No.
I've had it happen a few times in my life, and I wish I could do it on a regular basis.
What was it about?
That I couldn't tell you. I don't remember them.
Oh.
I mean, at this point, I don't remember. I should keep a dream journal. I know some people keep dream journals and write that stuff down. It would make a great book, but
Yeah,
They
we
also-
did a whole episode on dreams.
yeah,
They say everybody dreams every night. You just don't remember it all.
yeah.
So
Those are the worst nights, though. Like when you fall asleep and then you wake up and it's like you just closed your eyes. I hate that.
What's
I
up,
like to
Davey
dream.
John?
What's up, Aaron?
ends.
So Chris says, falling dream like a full body twitch as you hit the ground.
Yeah, super
See,
fun.
Joe just said the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something hit the ground there.
You're not mad about the Bills game, are you?
Still tied.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Guys, if you are listening, you're watching, and you had some kind of crazy dream you want to tell us about, please by all means drop it into the chat so we can read it for everybody. What is up, Aaron? I hope you have a good dream that you can tell us about. Thank you for tagging us in that post about the TikTok ban. That was really funny. Just about as long as Drew McIntyre's title reign. I giggled at that.
fuck yeah. Bill's just got the ball.
See, Joe's giving us an update too. He said Bill's got the ball.
They don't
Just-
mean shit.
He just fumbled it.
Just kidding.
What? Who said
Nothing.
that?
I didn't say it.
Oh,
Jared, how about you? Any crazy dreams from yourself?
I have I'd say not recurring, but I tend to have one about Roman high school alone, and it's always a maze, right? It's different, but it's the same. Like you make up your own layout of your high school. You know what I mean? And
Yep. I understand that.
yeah, it's weird. I've had a few of those. I've never. Well, I had a dream that woke me up. I felt like somebody was sitting on the edge of my bed, and I woke up, and I couldn't move. But
Is
I
that one of
wasn't
those sleep
sweating.
paralysis things?
yeah, but I wasn't like sweating or anything like that. It was just I couldn't move.
Chris said, once in a while I have one, and then the next day it feels like deja vu, where a lot of the events were similar to the dream the night before. And I forget if I talked to someone or if it was in the dream. I've had those feelings of deja vu before and felt like I've dreamed it or lived it once before. Never the day after, though. Like, that's crazy to have it happen the day after. But yeah, back to what you were saying, Jared, with the whole layout thing. Like, I've had quite a few dreams. It happens often where like I'll wake up and I'm like, where was that? Where was I? Because I had it happen. Oh my God, did I talk about this one time? I'm trying to remember now. Let me get this dream back.
Genie says, dreamed I killed my husband.
Oh God, that's a crazy one. I don't know. I had a dream where I was in like a basement and someone came down the steps of the basement. My wife was on this couch with me. Someone came down the steps. They were standing and then they crouched on the steps and they're like staring. And there was a closet door to my left here. And I looked over, the closet door was open, and there was a cat standing there with a huge ass rat in its mouth, just sitting there staring at me. And then I woke up.
Apparently, Aaron has a delay. Right?
no, because they didn't score there.
Okay. I was like, he would be cheering. Yeah, it's weird. Those, the layout of your own basement, but yet it's different. You're trying to figure out a way out. It's like you
Yeah.
can't figure out how
Like-
to get out of the basement.
I don't have a basement.
Mm.
But yeah, it's happened several times, man. It's just, I don't know. Do you think that it's somewhere that your brain remembers being at one point in your life where you saw this layout somewhere, or are you completely making it up?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. The same with faces too. Have you ever had someone appear in your dream and then you wake up like, who in the hell was that?
There was something on faces in a dream. Like,
Jesus, Genie.
I have questions because I don't want to know though. Hope that's not in the family blood.
Chris, what do you say? Did you know they did a study as to why you always see people you know in your dreams?
dreams.
So
tend to
even
be
if
like
I-
borderline corn
Yeah.
or mature.
Dang, dude. It's opposite ends of the spectrum there. But yeah, so what are you saying? Like, even if you don't recognize the person, it's someone that you know. Because I've definitely read something where it says that every face in your dream you've encountered at least once in your life.
Well, that sucks because there's some ugly people I've ran across when I'm asleep.
Chris says, but it's because your mind can't imagine faces and it replaces them with common faces. Yeah, but if I see someone in my dream and I don't recognize them, that to me isn't a common face. If it's someone that my brain is remembering passing on the street or something, that to me is
It's
wild.
quite possible.
Brain is a powerful thing, man.
It is.
I mean, shit.
Imagine if we could unlock more parts of our brain. You know, the age-old saying, they say, we only use 10% of our brain. And you got these movies out. What was the one, Lucy, where she...
Lucy. I watch that all the time.
Do you really?
I know
I hated
Aaron loves Lucy.
It's a good movie, but I hated the end of it. I hated the end of it. It made me so mad. Spoiler alert, it's been out long enough. It's because she's not a person anymore. I hated that.
She's
Right,
now a sentient being.
Yeah, she like melds into other stuff. Drives me nuts. Genie, in the dream, he tried to kill me and Evie. Is it Evie or Evie?
Evie, it's her daughter.
Evie. I mean, that's a good reason to do it. Did you tell him about it?
Oh, I wouldn't.
Alex before had said, when we got home from the NICU, I had been living at the Ronnie house for 2 months. I kept waking up in like a half awake, half asleep state, and I couldn't remember where I was. I kept thinking I was still in my room at the Ronnie house, and then it took me a while to wake up and realize I was in my actual room. Yeah, that was weird.
I can understand that too because I travel a lot for work now, and I sometimes wake up there thinking I'm home or vice versa.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's tough some days.
Yes, I did. How did he react to that? I'm curious. How did he react to potentially being killed?
Dave was probably pissed.
I mean, it wasn't in a dream, but I woke up to my wife on top of me with her hand over my mouth. I thought she was trying to kill me one night. But she said
She's trying to get you to stop snoring.
she said, she's like, I was checking to make sure you were breathing.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up so scared. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You weren't breathing. I was making sure there was air coming out of your nose. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that wasn't fun.
My wife hits me.
Yeah, I get
She's
hit
like,
often.
I'm like, what? You're snoring again.
Does she snore though?
No.
Because see, Alex snores too. So I'm too nice to smack her. Gene says I woke up crying and he tried to comfort me, but I wouldn't let him touch me. Isn't that weird? Like that's another thing, man. If you have a dream about your significant other cheating on you, when you wake up, how mad are you at them? And then still, they had nothing to do with it. But in the dream, they were a dick. And you're like, no, don't touch me. Don't come near me. Don't talk to me. I don't want anything to do with you. It happened Alex said it happened for like a month after she got home. She just lay there until she figured out what was going on. Yeah, the confusion must have been real. Oh my God, stop it. She doesn't want me telling her secrets. A lot of people snore. It's quite all right. But yeah, we could literally do a whole episode just on dreams alone. But like I would have to come with someone that knows what they're talking about in regards to dreams, or like bring a little dream manual or something like that. I always say, man, like some of my dreams would make for good cinema. Like I have some weird dreams, dude. some weird dreams, but those are the more fun ones. Like they're the ones where I wake up and I'm like, dude, I just want to go back to sleep.
You want to finish it off?
Yeah, like what happens, man? I need to see the rest of this movie. All right, let's see. What else do we? What other direction can we go in? How about
Aaron? It seems like you can't handle it. You're just like, oh, this game, like they're gonna lose. I'm just kidding.
We're winning right now, 14-7.
There you go. Chris said about smacking a significant other. I was wondering why we both were waking up bruised. I bought a weighted blanket and found I'd try to pull it up and hand would slip off and one of us would get punched. A
Did you ever-
30-pound weighted one.
Have
Holy
you ever
crap.
slept with one of those?
I have a 20-pound blanket. 15, 20, I forget. I love it.
Are heavy.
It's like
Sarah's got one. I can't do it. I can't.
Me neither.
See, Alex can't either. She hates feeling like she's being held down. So, because she doesn't like it, I don't get to keep it on the bed.
Aaron says he's shocked you're here, Aaron.
I was
Buddy,
too.
I'm watching right here. Don't
Aaron,
worry.
I said it to him before we started when he got in stream and said the Bills game was on. I was like, wait, what time did that start? He said 6:30. I was like, and you're here?
This is how I know you guys know I love you all, and you guys here.
All right. So, what scientific or technological advance blows your mind? I mean, to me, there's a lot of them that I'm still amazed by. Some of the things in this world that we use on a daily basis,
I'm gonna put it this
I don't
way,
understand.
and I've always been amazed by this. Just a camera. How a camera is able to capture an image and freeze it and develop it and preserve it. I don't know how the hell. I don't want to know how, but it just amazes me that it's able to do that.
Well, just think someone thought of it too.
Yeah.
Computers, all these little wires, everything that they put into this to make it function the way that it does. How, like, who comes up with this stuff?
Yep. And it's funny you held your phone up because my teachers always used to tell me you're not always gonna have a camera or a calculator with you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just think of how much you can do with a phone alone, with a smartphone.
Yep.
You have the whole world in your hands there, and just think about what we use it for.
The AI and robots. Has nobody watched Terminator? I'm huge on AI, so not. I guess when I started out, I thought AI was just like gonna be the downfall of humanity, like Skynet. You know what I mean? But I'm learning a lot about AI, and it's definitely a good tool if used correctly. But it's also bad in the sense that I've taken, and I've done this to Corey. I've taken Corey's voice and made it say whatever I wanted, so I could do some really fucked up shit with AI.
See, AI still scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're describing a humorous or potentially mischievous scenario. Here's a possible interpretation.
there it is. Right there. This is how technology is bad.
I need to clip this.
Say whatever I wanted. Suggest you might have used voice altering software or a similar tool to manipulate Corey's voice. So I could do some really. Implies that you intended to use this altered voice for some kind of prank, joke,
Wow.
or perhaps even some.
Okay,
No, you should've let
that's
it
the first
keep
time.
going.
That's the first time that's happened.
We gotta clip that. We've got to clip that. Oh my!
That could have never happened at a better time.
What
AI
word
is
triggered
good.
that?
But it's bad.
I have no idea what triggered that.
He even said your name, Corey. That's what's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird.
bro.
And our names aren't even on the screen.
That was off and in my pocket. Like,
Oh my god. Yeah. So listen, it like you said, it can be a good tool and it can help people perform tasks. I still get scared by AI because I think it's gonna end up making some jobs useless, some people lazy. I'm probably gonna make a lot of people lazy. It reminds me of, like, I'm imagining a whole combination of movies, but one of them is Wall-E, where everybody's in floating chairs doing nothing while all the AI and robots do everything for them.
What's up, Malik?
You ever look up something online like a microwave and they start popping up everywhere on your phone, ads and all? At least Joseph noticed it. Joey, I'm glad you noticed. That was good timing. Good timing. It just picked up his voice on what he was saying, and I'm surprised there aren't more people in chat. Like, holy crap, what just happened?
I was sitting here wondering because I was looking behind me, so I have Alexa behind me.
That's what I thought it was. Your Alexa.
Stop. Make sure that she doesn't pop on. So I was looking behind me, and I'm looking down, looking at my computer, thinking it's coming from my computer, but it's not because there's no speakers on it. It's my phone.
Oh my gosh.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever had happen.
But yeah, Chris, that happens all the time. I mean, I think there's a setting you can go to, turn off your microphone. But if you talk about something, you say, hey, man, I could really use this. And it's funny because I watched a video on this the other day. A guy's like, let's see if this really works, right? So he had it on a piece of paper, right? He's like, well, I don't have a dog. So let's say I want to get some dog food and see if it picks it up, because it shouldn't be on any of my ads because I never talk about it. I don't have a dog. I don't ever say the words. So he wrote it down on a piece of paper. I need to get some, and he'd hold it up and he'd go through the whole thing. Then he would check the ads on his phone, on Facebook or YouTube or wherever afterwards. Nothing popped up about it. Then he went through and he did it all out loud verbally so his phone and his everything else could hear, right? Oh yeah, I just got a new dog. I got to get down to the pet store and get some dog food for my dog. I just wish I knew what kind of dog food to get, something that's cheap and affordable. Goes back onto his phone. Every ad on every page he opened up was about dog food, dog toys, and the like. So that's advertising now, man.
So people wonder why we shouldn't ban TikTok.
So
these algorithms, that's what it is. This is the data that's on your phone. Doesn't matter what it is, gets reported to the Chinese.
Yep. And again, guys, I've talked about this one before. If you haven't watched it yet, as long as it's still on Netflix, go watch The Social Dilemma. Very good watch. That's a very good watch. It'll tell you all about all of these apps. All these apps. There's a million apps now. I could never keep up if I wanted to. It's insane how many there are. That's why it's crazy to me. Like, if you have, and I understand everyone's upset because, they built something on TikTok, but if you knew something was happening, how could you not get your following to migrate to another app with you?
It's still on there. Social Dilemma.
Okay.
I just looked it up to see if it was still active.
Yeah, if you like documentaries and you like looking at stuff like that, that's a good one. We could only wish. We've been trying to convince our phones that we're going to win a lottery, but it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, it hasn't given us the winning lottery numbers yet.
So what do you think about, do you think this would start a war if it got banned?
TikTok?
Indefinitely.
Like an international war?
So
if banning of an app started an international war between China and us, that's wild.
we cut off their information, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're now like, okay, we are not getting any more information from them. It's time to strike now.
I don't know. It depends. Do you think that they try to come over here and do something here? Because if that's the case, I don't think that it's going to happen, because unless they're going to drop a nuke on us and just have that.
I mean,
be that.
For us, we don't. I don't know much about history. I'm not a history buff. I don't think that we would go start something over there. That's
No,
the
I don't
thing.
think so either.
So yeah, it would have to be where they came over here.
So, and if that's the case, I don't think so, because I think back to the quote that I remember, vaguely remember from a Japanese emperor back in the 40s, I think it was before World War II or during World War II, said that we could never infiltrate the United States on their soil because there would be a rifle behind every blade of grass. thanks to our Second Amendment. Because we have that right to keep and bear arms, it has kept enemies at bay and kept them from coming over here and trying anything. Although I will say that I think a lot of the stuff that you've been seeing recently happening in our country, the fires, driving through the crowd down in New Orleans, the attack in New York, the attacks that you're seeing all over the place, all this crazy shit. I think I've been doing good with my cussing until then too. I think that maybe there's some terroristic implications with a lot of these and that we're kind of being attacked. But that's just me. That's my conspiracy theories. I think it's all coordinated to an extent.
So TikTok is owned by ByteDance, and ByteDance is the subsidiary. Well, it's a Chinese-owned company, so it's not an American company. So TikTok, whereas TikTok could be American, but the people that own it are ByteDance, and they are not an American-owned company.
You know what? You know what got me too was people were jumping from TikTok to this other app, Red something.
Oh yeah,
Red something or other. I can't.
So they
remember
said it was huge during COVID that people were jumping over to this Red. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what they call it.
It's Red something. I can't remember. But the thing is, that's a Chinese-owned company as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you accomplishing by going over there? That's just crazy. Yeah, Joe agrees with me that it's some kind of coordinated thing. I just keep thinking Red Note. That's what it is. I just didn't back before we got Osama bin Laden. Didn't he say that he was going to destroy America from within? Didn't he say they were going to infiltrate us and destroy us from within?
True story.
It's been 20 some years now. You know, you hear the term sleeper cell in all these movies and whatnot, but there's some truth behind that. Like, these people could have been integrated in society. They could have been your neighbor that you wouldn't think twice about what they're going to do. And now all of a sudden you're seeing this stuff happen. So I just keep thinking back. I keep thinking back to that quote that they will destroy us from within, and the absolute hatred that some of these other countries have for us. I don't think it's that far-fetched. I really don't. And I think everybody kind of has to keep their head on a swivel when it comes to stuff like this. Chris, the only info they're getting from me is I like car stuff, dark humor, and girls jumping on trampolines. Man show. Oh my God. The 28th Amendment might be something that starts a war in America. See, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that one states.
Prevent Congress from making laws that apply to American citizens but not to themselves.
Ooh, yes. Okay. And we'll just mention again, because I mentioned this at any chance that I possibly can, all government officials should have term limits. Everybody, not just the president. Everybody. It should not be a career. Being a politician should not be a career. Then you're too invested in yourself. Someone that makes $170,000 a year shouldn't be worth $12 million overnight. Sorry. There's something wrong going on there. All right. Do we want to get off all the wild stuff for a minute? Get away from that. So this one should be easy. Is it better to be a kid or an adult?
Kid.
Yeah, definitely. Better to be a kid.
Remember that time when we were children? We're like, man, I can't wait till I grow up. You can't tell me what to do. No, your parents aren't the ones telling you what to do. Someone else is now telling you what to do. It was a trap. It really was a trap.
All these responsibilities.
And now I feel like I'm so old now, too, because I'm telling my kids all this stuff. I'm like, you guys have no idea how easy you have it. No idea how easy you have it. You get to do whatever you want. Are you laughing at that or the game this time, Aaron?
The comment that Patrick just put. You can't read the word, but
oh yeah, we don't want to get banned again. We're already on thin ice over here.
Yep.
When's the next little wrestling? Yeah, baby. Jeannie said, no, the 28th Amendment gives rights to everyone regardless of sex. Whether they say yes or no to sex? What? I know what you mean. I'm just kidding. It's like a video game. 18 is free to play. 18 and up is pay to play. Oh, 1 to 18 is free to play. Yeah, I got you. True. All right. We'll go down another rabbit hole, another path here. What would be the most alarming thing that God could tell everyone? So imagine, whatever you guys believe, you in chat, you listening, whatever you believe, that's fine. You're cool. But imagine God is real. What's the worst possible thing he could tell people?
He never intended pineapple to be on pizza.
It's a true fucking story.
But it's so good. It belongs there.
I didn't do that. That was the devil's work.
I did not create that.
Well, I try to tread lightly with this stuff.
You don't need to tread lightly. It's okay.
Well,
to
there's a
believe what
lot
you
of
believe.
people. No, but there's a lot of people that have all these things. But I will tell you this: if anybody's read the Book of Revelation, he has mentioned AI in the Book of Revelation. There's a lot of stuff about artificial intelligence, but there's also a passage that says, "I'm not going to flood the earth again. I'm going to burn it down."
Yes, I do remember that. That line I remember specifically.
So Jared's looking at me like I'm fucking crazy, but it's in there.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because every time I think about the second coming and stuff like that, I always believe it's going to be the world's going to burn.
I hear that there's and I haven't read all of it. I barely read any of it. I just remember what I learned at church when I was younger. But from what I understand, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world today that's been described.
They described the towers falling. That was in the Bible. Yeah.
It's all coming. It's all there.
A lot of stuff.
So I think that the most alarming thing that God could tell people is heaven doesn't exist. If God were to come out and be like, hey, sorry, heaven's not real. You know, when you're dead, you're dead. Just you get one chance at life. Be good. I think that would probably be the worst thing to tell a believer.
Everybody's going to go rob and steal because they don't give a fuck. Like
Anarchy would go nuts.
Oh God, Chris. Jeannie says it from the 20th Amendment. It finally gives women rights in equal housing, jobs, everything. Yeah, that would be just pure chaos. Yeah, guys.
No shit.
That's not real. That's not real. This one could be a little bit gross. Or it could be funny.
Let's hear it.
Be careful how you answer this one. What's something that you wish would be socially acceptable?
Well, so I'm going to put the disclaimer out there. Whenever I'm in a social environment, however I act, I expect it to be acceptable. So I don't know. Jared, you have an answer for this one? Because
no, not really. I mean, as a gamer, I'd be like, I think you can call me by my gamer tag. make that
people change their names all the time now.
You know.
Jared still feels weird that I call him Jared. I should call him Fire again. Make him feel more comfortable.
Yeah. It's weird because when I'm at work, I'm like, I deal a lot with the building code, and a lot of the building code deals with fire. So a lot of people will say fire, and I turn and look. I'm like, huh?
Jared, I hope please, I hope this never happens. But I don't want to be someplace, Jared, if there's actually a fire and someone starts screaming, fire, fire, you're like, what's up?
I wish it was socially acceptable to eat Hawaiian pizza.
Thank you.
And not be looked
I know,
down
right?
on.
Yes, and not be looked down on.
Sorry.
Mm.
Saw a little yellow flag fly.
All right. So, how about this one? If you could live anywhere on the planet, regardless of money, money's not a factor. It's not an issue. Where would you live? This isn't just travel somewhere just to visit. If you could live somewhere, where would it be?
Gettysburg.
Yeah. Would you want to just be down there to do the tours and do the reenactments and just enjoy it, or what?
It's just, to me, as part of growing up, it was a big part of my childhood, and I've always loved going there. And it's just the feeling of calm that I get being around that area. It doesn't have to be right in town if I'm close, but I just love it there. I
Yeah.
really do. Yep.
Jesus,
a cool
tattoos
ambiance.
not being assigned to bad people. I mean, tattoos, like, don't assume that because you have tattoos, you're a bad person.
Yeah. So So she's saying make tattoos socially acceptable.
Yeah.
I think the good news is
I
we're
got
well
you.
on our way. I keep forgetting we have a little bit of a lag here, a little difference in time. But I think we're well on our way to making tattoos more socially acceptable. You see it more and more. I know in this area, Aaron, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they still don't want police officers to have tattoos below the sleeve line. I know you're there now,
That's not accurate anymore.
which is nice. I know it was like that up until recently.
It's that old school kind of professionalism kind of
Yes.
thing, but that's as long as it's appropriate and not offensive,
But
it's okay.
I remember the one time I did go to New York City, seeing the NYPD officers in full sleeve tattoos. I thought that
In
was the
90-degree
coolest thing.
weather. Yeah.
You
but
know,
they used to have to wear the sleeves in like 90-degree weather.
yes.
No, but now it's allowed. It's more
Yeah.
acceptable.
Well, and like in doctors and nurses and these people that are taking care of you, getting paid really well to do high skilled jobs because it's just artwork. So I think we're well on our way to being like that. Chris says Tennessee is where he'd like to live. Hawaiian pizza should be given to death row inmates. Man, I'm out on a limb by myself here. Don't hold on to that saw too long. But I'm telling you, man, pineapple with bacon is even better than pineapple with ham. It's just that sweet and that salty together. It's so good. That's so good. So great. Joe says touchdown Bills. Tennessee, I can agree with. I would love to live in Tennessee. I really like it down there. I like it down south a little bit. It's not too far south where it's too awful hot. But I think I would really enjoy it. It'd be difficult to leave family, but that's about it. Difficult to leave family, but that's a nice state, man. I like it down there.
Josh Allen is that dude.
Chris said it's like the military couldn't have anything visible, nothing past the end of the sleeve or neck up. Oh man, what else? Well, what a silly question to ask. How would you like to die and when?
In my sleep.
When I'm old. When I can no longer move my body around, or if my brain starts going. Like I'd rather my body gives out first. Like because I'm sure all of us have seen what Alzheimer's or dementia does to someone. Like that's not something I want to go through. I don't want my family to go through that. That's difficult. So I'd rather my body goes first. So when I get to that point, if my brain starts going, go on my sleep. Good night. Probably the best way to do it.
Sex brought me into this world, and sex is gonna take me out. Just kidding.
What a way to go.
Opie said, put some barbecue sauce on a slice of pineapple pizza next time. Thank me later. All right. So just let me know when you're going to be at the Honesdale shop, and I will be sure to order one. So I love the smokehouse. Maybe I just order a smokehouse and have them throw some pineapple on it.
That smokehouse pizza is so good, but it is a heart attack in a box, dude.
Tell you what, man, you get full off of like a slice and a half.
Yeah. One slice, you
So
start
good.
feeling bad about yourself.
It's funny because we got that this weekend, and Lena comes in and she's like, after she ate a slice, she's like, The sauce on that is really good. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. I was like, it's barbecue sauce.
So, Jared, this pizza, instead of marinara, is barbecue with pork, bacon, meatball, pepperoni. It's amazing. Sausage. It's so good.
I could do that.
Oh, it's such a delicious pizza.
Next time you're up, we'll get one.
Put a little drizzle of ranch on it. Oh, so good. Jeannie says, "In my sleep, when my brain is gone." So Jeannie's on the same page as me.
Holiday is
21-10 Buffalo halftime.
That's a good halftime score. Patrick says, "Aaron, bring me a slice of that pizza."
I feel bad. So Patrick is
Joe,
one of my son's friends. His dad just moved to Georgia. So he came up and he says to me, he goes, this is like 2 days ago. He says, I came to see my dad. I said, you don't have a dad. He left you.
Yes, Alex. Yes, let's do it. Alex wants to put pineapple on that one. Or are you saying just put? Or are you saying yes to me? Or are you saying yes to Chris? Which one is it? Barbecue on the Hawaiian or smokehouse with pineapple? Smokehouse with pineapple, right?
If you put pineapple on that smokehouse pizza, you officially ruined it.
I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna send you a picture of it. I might even save a slice for you.
I'm
Joe,
not gonna eat it.
You're picky. Do you eat Andy's pizza? Because when I tell people about Andy's pizza and how much I love it, they scoff at me because they say American cheese on pizza is not pizza. I love Andy's pizza. It's a bar over in the valley, over in Oliphant area. Oliphant, Peckville, whatever.
All those places do the American cheese on the pizza, the Old Forge style that they do over there.
It's not old Forge style though. It's a little bit different. It's a round pie, and it's made with like a beer batter dough. And they do it weird. Like the bar opens at 5:00. It's cash only for the pizzas. Carry out only. No, do they still have the sit down? They might still have the sit down, but it's so good. I love Andy's.
Why is it
now,
cash only?
I don't know. It's the bar.
So they don't
it's
have to
old
pay
school.
taxes on it.
Yeah. But the bar around the corner, Joe, that used to be Duke's, we used to get pizza from Duke's. Then it sold to someone, and then it sold to someone else. I need to know if you've gotten from there recently and if they still sell that sandwich style cheesesteak pizza. We used to get that a lot when I was a kid. That one was really good too. Even the Duke's red pizza was good. Yeah. Patrick said he went to Georgia. How did I miss that? That's awesome. All right. So what do people assume because of your appearance? And are they right or wrong?
Well, now since I shaved my beard, people
That you're
assume I'm a
12?
kid. Yeah.
It was weird when you first came in. I'm like, where's your beard, man?
That test is weird. I'll tell you that. So when I had to go get fitted for the mask, they spray like a little bitter solution on your tongue and ask you if you can taste it. I must not be that sensitive. I can't taste shit.
It could be a lucky thing, I guess.
So he's like, let's go up to the next one. And he's like, this one's going to be a little bit more bitter. So he sprayed it again. Can't taste anything. So he's like, oh. And I was like, oh, I can taste it now. I just had to say it. Because I was like, I got to pass this thing, right? So I was like, yeah, no. I taste it. Yep.
So what's the purpose of that?
So to see if your mask seals, right? So then he has me put the mask on. He puts a hood over my head, and then he sprays the stuff in, and then he says, can you smell anything? Or can you taste anything? I'm like, nope. So the purpose is trying to make sure that if I go into a hazardous building, that if any fumes get in, so they want to make sure the mask seals. So gotcha. That's why I had to shave. And be doing it again next year. So it's once every year. So, but yeah, no, I'm good. It was the weirdest thing. Bend over, look up. So making sure that you're doing all these movements that you would if you were out in the field. And and seeing if your masks basically stay sealed with all your movements. So, yeah. My boss goes, sometimes you just have to lie. I'm like, because he goes, I can't taste anything either.
Yeah, sometimes a white lie is just what you got to do, man. It's just, you got to get things done. You got to get things done. How about you, Aaron?
I'm still
Reeling from the he can't taste shit thing?
I
or
don't
what?
understand why they'd make you do that for your job. Like, I understand it, but it's just weird. Real series of testing there.
It's so because it's the government. I mean, so it's risk.
Yeah.
So you have different departments. So I'm in the building department. You have a department that's called risk risk management. They want to make sure that everything's good. So they make you do these fit tests with the mask on to absorb any liability when it comes to the county, I believe. So,
Well, then my job must be trying to kill me, because when I have to go through pepper spray or CN gas, they don't put a mask on. I got to walk through and be a man. So
That sounds like a great thing.
I haven't done that in a while, thank God. But
Alex said people assume that she's a bee because she has RBF, resting bee face. I'm working on this. I'm trying really hard to not cuss.
for those of you that don't know, resting bitch face.
I'm doing really well with my not cussing.
I'll take the cussing for you.
Thanks. I'm trying really hard. It's very difficult. I'm not succeeding so well when I'm not on here.
And
I do want it. What brought that on? Like, so what is it that you would want to? You just
It's-
want to stop cursing? Like,
So just
you found
as
that you
much,
use it
not
too much?
not in general, not totally. It's just that I want to be more mindful of it because of the little one. She's very good at imitating now.
Yeah.
And I worry that her first word's going to be an F-bomb and it's just going to snowball from there. So that's part of it. And two, when we're on here, I kind of want to sound a little more professional, I guess. And there was a day, at work that I'm talking and I just stopped and I'm like, every other word out of my mouth is the F word. Like I really need to chill. Like cussing's okay. I don't have a problem with cussing. I don't care if anybody cusses. It's just words to me. Whether you say freak or fuck, it's the same thing. Everyone knows what you mean. I get it. But like, do I even need to put that in there?
You basically just want to set a better example for your kids.
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
I'm a little too much sometimes.
Growing up, my kid has definitely repeated a lot of things. So
You're gonna see when they get to a certain age, there's no chance of even trying to stop them at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Alex though, because I've been told so many times that people think that I'm unapproachable and I'm not personable. Like, I don't talk to people. So I understand where she comes from. Like, people will talk to me like after 3 or 4 times of meeting me, like, wow, I never knew you were this personable. It's like, just speak. I don't go out of my way to associate with certain people though. It's just weird. But I understand what she's saying.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're out in public, you're out to get some errands done. You're out to go do things. You're not like you're on a mission. You're zoned in. I get it. And like I'm the same way too. Like I feel like that's the same thing is looking unapproachable or looking miserable or looking like I'm in a mood. Like my boss the other day asked me, she's like, "Why are you in a mood?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Why are you in a mood?" I was like, "I'm not." I guess that's how my face looked. My face looked like I was in a mood, like I was angry about something. And I was like, "Oh, my bad. I'll work on that." So I guess that happens more often than I realize. I don't know. I guess it's been like that for quite a long time. I don't look like the teddy bear that I am sometimes. Might be. Maybe. I think that's about it. I don't know. All right. Oh, hot. Dang. It's already after 8 o'clock. All right, Aaron, I know you got a football game to watch. You have anything else before we head off for tonight?
It's halftime. I'm good. I got 5 more minutes. I'm fine.
You got 5 more minutes. You got anything else you want to hit before halftime's over?
No, but I was thinking I should have put this in the chat, but let's bring it up now. We should really start planning some stuff for the spring and summer events that we want to do again. Like I know we did the ball game, we did the bowling night. we should probably start putting some ideas out on the page to have some more get-togethers with our folks and hang out, because it's been a while since, I think it's been since August, July, something like that. So we should probably do something as a group.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
Yep.
We'll see what's what. This week wrestling show. Yeah, no, maybe
Yeah, whatever day.
Wednesday. You doing it Wednesday?
Sure. Yeah, Wednesday.
Are you good Wednesday? Well, if anything changes, we'll update on the page. We'll update on Facebook.
Yeah, no, it is Wednesday. Yeah, because this was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Mhm.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Nights we do Monday, it's Tuesday. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good Wednesday.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll try to do another gaming show on Thursday. And then next variety shows next Monday, 7 p.m. all start times. Yeah, I think that's that. So thank you to everybody for hanging out and joining us and jumping into chat with all of your own stories, comments, questions, concerns, everything like that. Yeah, until next time, we will see you all
Later.